Ripa has never been one to shy away from speaking her mind. For decades, the morning television queen has been serving coffee, conversation, and the occasional curveball to viewers of Live with Kelly and Mark. Whether it's recounting a personal story, poking fun at husband and co-host Mark Consuelos, or spilling a cheeky behind-the-scenes secret, Ripa has made a career out of being unapologetically herself. But recently, the Emmy-winning host turned up the heat when some viewers took issue with her tendency to discuss one of her favorite topics: bras. Yes, the undergarments that half the population wears daily became the surprising center of controversy, and Ripa was not about to let it slide. Instead of toning it down, she leaned in with her signature mix of humor and fire, boldly telling critics to, quote, "shut it." The spark that lit the fire. The latest wave of complaints came after Ripa joked about a bra mishap during an on-air chat. It wasn't scandalous. It wasn't graphic. It was just Kelly being Kelly, sharing how her outfit had turned on her mid-show and how she'd had to make an emergency adjustment before the cameras rolled again. Social media, as it often does, lit up with reactions. Many viewers laughed along, relating instantly to her candid moment. But a vocal minority grumbled that Ripa should stop talking about bras on television, insisting it wasn't morning appropriate. That was all Ripa needed to set the record straight. On the very next broadcast, with her trademark sparkle in her eye and Mark trying and failing to suppress a grin, Kelly launched into a fiery mini-rant that had the studio audience roaring. "If you don't like it when I talk about bras," she said, raising her eyebrows, "then here's some advice. Don't wear one and see how your day goes. Otherwise, shut it." Why bras became Kelly's favorite punchline. For Kelly Ripa, bras are not just about fashion or function. They're material for comedy gold. Over the years, she has shared everything from finding the perfect fit to the perils of wearing the wrong size during live tapings. She's talked about the science, the style, and the occasional social awkwardness surrounding women's undergarments. And in true Ripa fashion, her stories rarely stay on the surface. She connects them to bigger themes: body confidence, the hilarity of aging, and the real-life juggling act of being a woman in the spotlight. Fans who love her openness argue that Kelly is breaking down a taboo. If men can spend hours on air joking about socks, shaving, or gym mishaps, why shouldn't women laugh about bras? By weaving undergarments into everyday conversation, she normalizes a reality that many people deal with quietly but rarely see discussed on television: the backlash. Still, critics remain. Some insist that morning television should be family-friendly. Others claim they tune in for celebrity interviews and cooking segments, not intimate wardrobe chatter. But Kelly Ripa has faced backlash before, over her workout routines, her jokes, even her hair color choices. Each time, she proves she has no intention of changing her style to appease everyone. And this latest pushback was no different. During her on-air defense, she even mocked the idea that bras were somehow controversial. "This is fabric, people. Fabric. Wires, straps, maybe a little lace if you're lucky. If you think this is scandalous, you need to go outside and touch some grass." The audience erupted in laughter, and social media quickly tilted back in her favor. Fans flooded X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram with messages like, "Kelly Ripa defending her bra talk is the most relatable thing I've seen all week. She's right, if you've ever worn one, you know there are stories. Morning TV needs more honesty like this." Mark Consuelos, forever the sidekick. Of course, no Kelly Ripa moment would be complete without Mark Consuelos chiming in. Her husband and co-host has perfected the art of playing the straight man while his wife spirals into comedic brilliance. As Kelly delivered her rant, Mark leaned back in his chair, hands raised in surrender, but his grin betrayed him. "Listen," he finally said, once the laughter died down. "All I know is, I don't want to live in a world where Kelly Ripa isn't allowed to talk about bras. What would we even talk about at dinner?" The playful exchange reminded viewers why the couple's on-screen chemistry works so well. They balance each other perfectly. Kelly, the unfiltered firecracker; Mark, the calm anchor who occasionally tosses in a witty line to keep her rolling. Why this matters more than it seems. On the surface, This is just a TV host clapping back at criticism over something as ordinary as bras. But underneath, it highlights a bigger cultural conversation. Who gets to decide what's appropriate for women to discuss publicly? By refusing to censor herself, Kelly Ripa pushes against outdated notions that women's clothing, or women's bodies, shouldn't be acknowledged in mainstream media. She flips the script, treating bras not as scandalous, but as a funny, relatable part of life worth joking about. It's this authenticity that has kept her at the top of morning television for over 20 years. She doesn't sanitize her experiences to fit into a narrow box of acceptability. Instead, she insists on bringing her full self, quirks, flaws, bras, and all, to the table. The aftermath. In the days following her outburst, ratings didn't plummet. In fact, clips of Kelly's rant trended online, drawing fresh attention to the show. New fans tuned in curious to see what she might say next, while longtime viewers doubled down on their loyalty. One viral comment summed it up best. You can take away Kelly's coffee, her cue cards, even her microphone, but you'll never take away her bra stories. And maybe that's the secret. Love her or roll your eyes at her, Kelly Ripa is never boring. The queen of morning TV. At 53, Kelly has earned the right to speak her mind. She's weathered co-host shakeups, tabloid scrutiny, and endless live tapings. Through it all, she's remained a rare constant in television, someone who refuses to be anything other than herself. Her latest clapback isn't just about bras. It's about reminding viewers that her show is built on personality, not perfection. And if that personality involves a few too many bra jokes, well, she'd argue that's part of the fun. So the next time critics grumble about Kelly's candor, they already know what she'll say. Shut it. And maybe, just maybe, they'll laugh along.